Progress on my list, Frank. I would say I'm about 85, 90% area. I'm not doing everything, but I'm doing majority of the stuff. I got back, I want to say, I felt maybe like 2, 3 weeks ago, I felt like I could really get back to myself. Just being out there running full speed and just feeling fast, just running, man. It felt awesome just to be out there just running again. So I'd say I'm about 85 to 90%.
What's been the most difficult part of this rehab?
The most difficult part is just the time, just how long it takes to actually get back to yourself, and just knowing how far the season is away. So I would say the day-to-day, I had to fall in love with the mundane. So I would say just waking up every day knowing that where you want to be, where you want to be, you're not going to get there today, and just put in that work. So I would say just fall in love with the mundane.
Have Doug and Press talked to you about how they envision you in this offense moving forward?
No, sir. Nah, not really. Not yet. I kind of heard bits and pieces from my running back coach, but I'm sure they plan on getting the ball in my hands. I feel like I'm a special player with the ball in my hands, so they give me the ball. As long as we get the ball, we good.
Was it easier because you and James were both rehabbing?
Ma'am?
Was it easier because both you and James Robinson are rehabbing together?
No. See, James got hurt late in the season, so it was kind of lonely for most of the part. But sad to say, when Agnew got hurt, he kind of gave me company, so that made things a little easier, just having somebody you can confide in. And when James went down, it was sad to see, but gave me another person I could confide in, and just kind of being ahead of him in my rehab and the things that I've been through, I can kind of walk him through the things and let him know that it's going to be brighter days. So we grew close together through this time.
Is it help having somebody push you when you're both rehabbing? Is that what it creates there?
Yes, sir, you can say it creates that, but I feel like if you're not pushing yourself, then what are you doing? Honestly, I feel like we're at this point in our lives to where if you don't want it for yourself, then another person can't make you want it anymore. So.
Were there some things that you learned while you weren't playing, in your rookie season that you maybe wouldn't have paid as much attention to if you did play?
Just the stuff away from the game, just being a pro. I feel like what I learned is that I don't feel like I really took the game serious. Well, I took it serious, but I don't feel like I really appreciated everything the game had to offer. And I feel like being away from it, you appreciate how great the game is, the opportunity to play in a National Football League. Just growing up as a kid, I could say going to school each and every day. My teacher always asked me what I wanted to be. And I would say like an engineer or something just because I didn't want them to talk down on my dreams. And so finally getting here and see that like it's possible for you to do that and play football, like for money, it's crazy. So
you would have said, I want to be a football player, but you thought that might not be.
Yeah, all right, so me deep down inside, I always knew I wanted to be a football player. But just where I grew up at, I couldn't walk around school being like, I just want to play football. Because then it was like, oh, what's your plan B, all this, all that. So just kind of cut all that out and just kind of played into the.
Because you were a little bit removed from everything, did you have a different perspective as to what was going on here last year, like on the field and with Urban and all that other stuff?
Yes, sir. I definitely had a different perspective. I feel like I was looking at it from a fan standpoint. Just being here each and every day, I just felt like I was a fan who was in the room with the players, basically. So I definitely had a different perspective standpoint, and I got to see the ins and outs and seeing like what to do, what not to do, how to react in certain situations, when not to. So I just felt like I just kind of grew mentally all last year.
Was there also a part of me that was like, man, I'm glad I don't have to go through that?
Nah, definitely. That's just the human element of it. Just seeing the results, you definitely like, whew, if there was any year to miss, I missed a great one. So.
What's been your early impressions of this coaching staff? I know it's only been a couple.
The coaching staff, I feel like, just going off of Coach Peterson's resume, he's won 2 Super Bowls. He's been there, I think it was like 2017. So he knows what he's doing. So it's easy to get behind a guy who's been there, who has the blueprint. And he's just going to it's just us just trusting him and follow his blueprint, and I feel like things will work out. So I'm definitely excited to see what the future has for us.
As it stands out to you, I think Shaq said something about like the coaches 10 years in the league, you know, the experience level of the coaching staff. Does that stand out to you?
No, yes, sir, definitely. I feel like, I mean, he's been where I'm trying to get, you know? So it's easy to follow someone who's been down that path before. Everyone wants a great leader, and I feel like that's what we have here now in Jacksonville.
What is Bernie Parmalee? I mean, what kind of coach is he? You surprised, not surprised he was brought back?
Nah, not at all. I feel like Coach Parham is a great coach, but an even better guy. And I feel like just that aspect of it, that's why he's here. I mean, I feel like he's kind of like a dad away from home. I said about my college coach, and I feel like that about Coach Parham. I feel like I was really blessed in my career to have 3 great running back coaches, and that's just a testament to who Parham is as a person.
In your head, do you kind of say, hey, I would love to do that Debo Samuel stuff, the way he does, you know, he's moved around and used in different ways? Is that in your mind, is that your ideal way that you would be able to use this year?
Nah, yes, sir. I feel like if Coach wanted to use me as that guy, I mean, I feel like I definitely have the athleticism to do that. And I feel like for me, just the biggest thing I want to do is just get out there week 1, tear it up, and just be myself again, honestly. So however Coach want to use me, I'm willing to do it. I just want to help the team win games.
Travis, what's your timeline on when you think and what they're telling you when you'll be 100%?
So my timeline, I feel like I'm really close. It's just really getting cleared by the doctors. If it was up to me, I feel like I was 100% 3 weeks ago. But it's just going through that process, going through the day-to-day, and just keep just doing what they ask me to do.
Is there anything training-wise that they still don't want you to do?
No, sir. I'm pretty much doing everything, just kind of been limited on the amount of weight that I could squat, but that's really it.
Can you still feel it? Can you still feel the list, Frank?
No, sir, not really. I feel like the only time I really feel is after like a long workout, just sitting down, maybe a little sore. But it's actually crazy because I was talking to my mom about this the other day. Like if I didn't know I had a screw in my foot, I couldn't tell. So I feel like that's a testament to like where I'm at in my transition and how I'm healing.
Is the screw there forever?
The screw is there. I think I would take it out. I could leave it there forever. I know most guys, he said leave it there if it never bothered him, but I just don't want to be 40 years old with a screw in my foot, really.
Hey, did you reach out to anybody who's had the Liz Frank injury to find out, you know, what am I dealing with here? What's the long-term this, that, and the other?
No, sir. So I really haven't reached out. I just kind of I would say kind of like stalk those guys, just watch their highlights, see how they transition throughout their career and see how they came back from it. I watched a lot of Maurice Jones-Drew because he had the same thing. I looked up Taysom Hill a little bit. I talked with Evan Ingram the other day. He was telling me about his Liz Frank injury. So I haven't reached out personally to anyone, but I kind of just been kind of stalking their highlights and stuff like that.
What was the hardest part about the rehab? What was the most grueling part of the recovery?
It had to be the first 48 hours after surgery. I mean, I could vividly remember I was in a hotel, and I had my foot up on a pillow, and it fell down. Oh, my God. That had to be the worst pain ever because, like, the meds don't work. None of that works, and you just feel it. So I felt like that first 48 hours and the flight back to Jacksonville, that was kind of the worst part. And just those first 6 weeks, I couldn't put any pressure on my foot. So thankfully I had my mom there with me. But that probably be the worst part, just having to just sit there and just not be able to do anything.
Was it hard mentally?
It definitely was hard mentally. I kind of just realized, like, I didn't realize it then, but I kind of was in a depressed state, just not being able to do the things that I love to do. And I just go outside, like, it was my foot, so I couldn't, like, do anything. So it was just really weird, and I really didn't realize how much it took a toll on me. But having my mom there, she kind of helped me just stay in touch with, stay in tune with myself, not let me lose myself. And just when was able to get back into the building with the guys, that really helped me a lot, just seeing them each and every day and just living through them.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Travis. Appreciate y'all.